The Thanksgiving Curse. Part 5. As the last guests trickled out of the house, I stood in the doorway, watching them leave with a bittersweet smile. The Thanksgiving chaos had finally come to an end, but I was left with a feeling of contentment that I couldn't quite explain. Yes, the turkey had been a disaster, but the day was still a success, because it was about so much more than the food. My parents had stayed to help clean up, and we spent a little while chatting, reminiscing about past Thanksgivings. "Do you remember the time your cousin tried to deep fry a turkey in the backyard, and it caught on fire?" my dad asked, laughing. We all chuckled, and I felt the tension from earlier in the day slowly disappear. This wasn't my first Thanksgiving mishap, and I was sure it wouldn't be my last. If anything, I was starting to see the humor in it all. Later, after everyone had left and I was cleaning the kitchen by myself, I reflected on everything. There had been moments of stress, panic, and even frustration, but I was thankful. I was thankful that my family was understanding, that they pitched in when needed, and that we could laugh about the mishaps. This wasn't a picture-perfect Thanksgiving, far from it, but it was our Thanksgiving, filled with all the messiness and love that make it memorable. As I wiped down the counters, I thought about how Thanksgiving had evolved over the years. It hadn't always been easy, and sometimes, it felt like a lot of work to pull it off. But this year felt different. In the past, I had obsessed over every detail, trying to make sure everything went off without a hitch. I'd learned the hard way that no matter how much you plan, something will always go wrong. But now, I had embraced the imperfections. The day was beautiful because of the moments of connection we shared. The turkey disaster was just a part of the story, not the whole story. The next day, as I sat on the couch, still in my pajamas and sipping my coffee, I decided that next year I wouldn't try to do everything on my own. I'd ask for help, maybe even let someone else cook the turkey. I was done trying to achieve perfection when what mattered was the love and the laughter we shared. Thanksgiving wasn't about flawless meals or perfect moments. It was about the people around you, the moments you shared, and the stories you'd tell for years to come. And as I smiled at the thought of my turkey disaster becoming a story we'd all remember, I knew I'd never forget this Thanksgiving.